How now?
Can you hear me? I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I might do this with my heads up.
Try it now.
Yeah. Oh, I can.
Yeah,
hear,
I can
oh,
hear
that's
you
way
now.
better too.
Yeah, you just got to turn it up.
Ah.
Thank you to D&M Pizza for sponsoring programming on WARA. 3 generations of the Stathakis family has been proudly serving the Attleboro community. Pizza, subs, and traditional pasta dishes using fresh ingredients since 1985. Whether you need a single meal or catering for your event, D&M has options for you. They are open Monday through Friday from 11 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays noon to 9 p.m. Located at 290 County Street, you can contact them at 508-226-2355.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com. Thank you to Butler Tire Sales for sponsoring programming on WARA. Butler Tire Sales on Route 1 in North Attleboro is a full-service tire seller and auto repair shop. They're a 60-year, third-generation business founded by Austin Butler in 1965. They have a selection of new tires to choose from. Butler Tire Sales open weekdays from 8 to 4. You can contact them at 508-695-0681 or visit them at 404 East Washington Street in North Attleboro. Thank you to Butler Tire Sales for sponsoring programming on WARA. Butler Tire Sales on Route 1 in North Attleboro is a full-service tire seller and auto repair shop. They're a 60-year, third-generation business founded by Austin Butler in 1965. They have a selection of new tires to choose from. Butler Tire Sales open weekdays from 8 to 4. You can contact them at 508-695-0681 or visit them at 404 East Washington Street in North Attleboro. Thank you to Butler Tire Sales for sponsoring programming on WARA. Butler Tire Sales on Route 1 in North Attleboro is a full-service tire seller and auto repair shop. They're a 60-year, third-generation business founded by Austin Butler in 1965. They have a selection of new tires to choose from. Butler Tire Sales open weekdays from 8 to 4. You can contact them at 508-695-0681 or visit them at 404 East Washington Street in North Attleboro. Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545 or at claudinosautorepair.com. Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com. Thank you to Butler Tire Sales for sponsoring programming on WARA. Butler Tire Sales on Route 1 in North Attleboro is a full-service tire seller and auto repair shop. They're a 60-year, third-generation business founded by Austin Butler in 1965. They have a selection of new tires to choose from. Butler Tire Sales open weekdays from 8 to 4. You can contact them at 508-695-0681 or visit them at 404 East Washington Street in North Attleboro. Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Thank you to D&M Pizza for sponsoring programming on WARA. 3 generations of the Stathakis family has been proudly serving the Attleboro community. Pizza, subs, and traditional pasta dishes using fresh ingredients since 1985. Whether you need a single meal or catering for your event, D&M has options for you. They are open Monday through Friday from 11 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays noon to 9 p.m. Located at 290 County Street, you can contact them at 508-226-2355.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com. Thank you to Butler Tire Sales for sponsoring programming on WARA. Butler Tire Sales on Route 1 in North Attleboro is a full-service tire seller and auto repair shop. They're a 60-year, third-generation business founded by Austin Butler in 1965. They have a selection of new tires to choose from. Butler Tire Sales open weekdays from 8 to 4. You can contact them at 508-695-0681 or visit them at 404 East Washington Street in North Attleboro.
Idiot. There we go. Now the mute button's off. Hello, folks. Welcome to this AACS Channel 96, AACS YouTube channel, and 1320 WARA sports broadcast. Today it's softball as the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers, with a record of 1-1, host the Milford Scarlet Hawks, also with a record of 1-1. I'm Paul Healy, along with Kevin Callahan. You can hear the wind blowing in our microphones. It is approximately minus 47 degrees right now, with a wind chill of a minus 117. Jim Jones, by the way, is running our graphics. He's also the engineer in charge. Kevin.
We're on the frozen tundra of Attleboro High School.
Oh,
if I may borrow loosely from the Green Bay Packers ice ball.
And John Facenda of NFL Films fame back in the day.
It is spring sports, Paul. It just won't break. I know everybody talks about the weather. It's been like this forever, but man, the biting wind chill is what the killer is. So.
Exactly. It's actually in the about mid 40s, but the wind chill is about 33 degrees today.
It's just crazy. It's a sunny day. That does help. The wind, I would have to guess it's probably blowing in. I'm not.
No, it's blowing out to right field.
Okay.
It's from behind us blowing, and the sun is going to be a factor. Some of the Milford outfielders, especially center field and right field, were really having trouble with the sun in their warm-ups.
Yeah, it's, you factor in the wind and the sun. Could be an interesting day. Both pitchers, not necessarily big strikeout pitchers, so there's going to be a lot of balls in play. Yeah. And Milford, only 3 errors on the year, so they're a good defensive team. But this might be the windiest, sunniest combined day of the short, young season.
Attleboro has a 13-2 victory over Canton and then a 5-0 loss to Taunton, which was closer than the score indicates. Left 10 runners on base, twice with the bases loaded.
Yeah, the first and fourth inning, they left the bases loaded. Just couldn't get that key hit at the right time. One of those, the first inning, Jenna was pitching, struggled a bit in the first inning, and that kind of, unfortunately, was 2-0, and then, settled down after that. But, Taunton good as ever. And
they've only won 58 straight games, Taunton.
First time in about 8 years, no exaggeration, that they do not have a Division I commit pitching for them.
Yep.
When you go back to White, Lincoln, and Larson for Taunton, they have an 8th grader pitching.
And she has 2 shutouts in their 2-0 record. Milford has a 12-0 victory over Sharon in 5 innings and lost to Stoughton, the defending Davenport Division champion, 19-7 back on April 4th. This game being played on April 6th. Milford is coached by Brian Mackey. He's the interim head coach, as the former head coach Steve DeVito is now the athletic director at Milford.
Yeah, a bit of a promotion, so they're reaching in and bringing back the old coach. What's old is new again, as they say.
Brian Mackey, he coached from 2006 to 2013. I believe he had a couple of state titles in there as well.
Yeah, he retired with a state championship back in 2013. Said, what a way to go out. Now he's right back in.
He played college baseball at Boston College, graduated in 2002. Attleboro coached by Mark Homer in his 11th year behind the bench. Coach Michaela Lynch has been with him all 11 years, along with Brenna Morse, Drew Fernberg, of course, and then Bob and Jules, what's that last name? Boynton, thank you very much.
Yep.
And Ann Kirby, our assistant coaches. Lola Ronayne will draw the pitching assignment today. Catching will be Bennett at third base. I didn't write down the third baseman in my defensive chart. That's going to be Graziosi. Avery Graziosi. Jenna Callahan is going to play shortstop. Magnan will be at second base. Jackie Fasanti at first base. Sophie Borges will be in left field. Nina Sullivan in center field. And Sarah Bodeker in right field. Savannah, excuse me. I want to say hello to her grandmother, Lori, who I believe is listening, as this game is going to start more than a half hour late. It was scheduled to begin at 3:45. It's already 4:18. And Jim Jones running our graphics. He has a school committee meeting. He has to leave at 6.
So it'll be up to us to keep people up to date with the graphics and the count and how many outs. We have to do our job, Paul.
Yes, exactly. Once he leaves at 6 o'clock. Milford will come up first. They'll send up Amelia Maloney, Ava Baglioni, and Isabella Lacerbo to be their first 3 batters. Amelia Maloney is a junior second baseman. What do you have for Amelia's stats?
Amelia coming in 3 for 4 in the year, hitting 750 and RBI, 5 runs scored, 833 on base percentage, and 3 stolen bases.
Wow.
So be a good one to keep off the bases when the season starts.
Right-handed batter close to the plate, long ponytail out of the back of the helmet. Low ball 1 from Ronayne. Milford wearing road uniforms, all black with red pinstripes for the Scarlet Hawks, white numbers and letters with red trim.
Works on a day like today.
Yeah, high red socks. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball from Ronayne. It's 1-1.
Lola on the year has pitched an inning. She got into the Taunton game. 1 inning pitch, 1 hit, 1 run, no earned runs, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk.
A bunt attempt is fouled off. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's a great pitch to throw on a bunt, and the ball rode up and in as Maloney went to bunt and just couldn't got off the handle and went foul up the third base line.
Ronayne gets the call from the catcher, Raina Bennett.
And ball down and low. John Moran just walked
2
by,
and 2.
and I'd like to throw out Maddie Moran playing for Roger Williams. Just hit her first collegiate home run
no
in
kidding.
a 4 for 5 game the other day against Johnson and Wales. So congratulations to Maddie Moran.
Low ball 3, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the leadoff batter Maloney doing her job, making the starter throw as many pitches as possible.
That'll be the 6th pitch of the at bat, and as mentioned, 833 on base percentage. So you got to figure Maloney really is patient at the plate, looking for her pitch.
Swing and a miss on a breaky ball in the inside part of the count. So 1 up, 1 down. This brings up the outstanding Ava Baglioni, a senior center fielder heading to UMass Amherst. Not planning to play varsity softball there, but knowing Ava, seeing her play over the years, I bet she is planning on dominating intramurals.
Yeah, absolutely. Ava just off to a slow start with 250 on base percentage, looking for her first hit, but I believe she might be a 4-year starter in softball. She's a heck of a basketball player, as you mentioned. There's a strike down the middle.
Called strike 1.
She does have a stolen base as well, so you just know she's going to get going because I believe she's been the leading hitter for them the last couple
She was
years.
the second leading hitter last year, 351. She led the team with 16 RBIs. Ground ball to Magnan. That ball is bobbled. Calling that an infield hitter, an E4.
That's an error.
Okay.
E4. So. I'd like to see Jackie go to her right just a little bit. When I played first in high school, Paul, and I don't know, and just to be fair, if they still teach it or coach it this way, crossover step down, get back to first. I'd like to see Jackie do a crossover step, get down, get that ball, and then either call Lola Kaylee off and take it herself.
The catcher, Isabel Lacerbo, is up. She looks at ball 1 high. 1 runner on first base, 1 out, no score, top of the first.
Lacerbo hitting .833 on the year with 9 RBIs, 3 doubles.
Wow.
5 for 6.
Just misses high, 2-0. At first base, Baglioni did have 6 stolen bases last year. By the way, a .966 fielding percentage in center field last year.
Okay.
Lacerbo, the catcher, looks at ball 3, just misses low and in, 3-0.
That one's close. That's not a bad spot, and especially on 2-0 when she's looking fastball down the middle. Now 3-0, and I would think that Attleboro, after the hot start that she is with her 9 RBIs, 5 for 6, will have the green light. Of course, I'm wrong.
Yep, called strike. Yeah, Attleboro had a huge day in their loss to Stoughton. She went 3 for 3, 2 doubles, 6 RBIs in that game. Wow. She's heading to Clark University to play. Oh, there's a blast to right field, but it's caught by Bodeker. Not an easy play. Fortunately for her, the sun was behind the clouds, and that's an L9 in my book for a line shot.
Yeah, Bodeker, goes to her left just a little bit, makes the catch, and Paul, we talked off air. I really like this outfield for Attleboro.
Yeah.
Bodeker in right, Sullivan in center, and Borges in left. It's one of the best outfields I've seen.
Called strike one to the cleanup hitter, Caitlin Kiernan. She is heading to Providence College, or Providence to be a nursing major. And Coach Homer is talking to the base umpire. Our base umpire is Steve Megadishian.
The only thing I could think of there, and I haven't seen anything, is just look for possibly the runner leaving
early. Yep. And there's the runner going. Throw down to second base. Callahan with the catch and tag on the run.
Perfect throw from Bennett. Callahan coming across the bag. A catch and tag. You know what that does, Paul? That almost takes away the steal for the rest of the game, knowing that you can't run on the freshman Bennett. We'll see how it plays out.
No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. One Attleboro error in the top of the first. Caitlin Kiernan will be leading off to start the top of the second inning. No score. Attleboro coming up right after this.
Thank you to D&M Pizza for sponsoring programming on WARA. 3 generations of the Stathakis family has been proudly serving the Attleboro community. Pizza, subs, and traditional pasta dishes using fresh ingredients since 1985. Whether you need a single meal or catering for your event, D&M has options for you. They are open Monday through Friday from 11 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays, noon to 9 p.m. Located at 290 County Street, you can contact them at 508-226-2355.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Welcome back. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. Jim Jones, our engineer in charge, is also pinch hitting on graphics, getting ready for Attleboro to hit against Ms. Williams, Lauren Williams, pitching for Milford, a sophomore.
Yeah, just her second appearance on the year, the young season. She pitched 1 inning in that Stoughton loss that you had mentioned.
Yep.
And all I did was combined Maki and Williams into one stat. And as a pitching staff, they had 7 combined walks in the loss to Stoughton. Oof. So that'll be something as a staff they'll want to keep down, keep the Attleboro runners off base.
Jenna Callahan, Attleboro shortstop today, leading off a bunt towards third base, fielded by Williams, the pitcher. Base hit for Jenna Callahan on the bunt.
Taking a page out of her brother's handbook with the bunt single down the third base line. Getting on base, Jenna coming in with a 778 on base percentage, 5 for 7. She's now 6 for 8 on the season. Has 3 stolen bases and 3 runs scored.
Sophomore Kaylee Magnan, the second baseman, hitting second. His first pitch swinging, lofted into shallow center field. Catch is made by Baglioni.
Throw back to first.
Throws back to first. Callahan back in time, so 1 out, runner on first. And just
2 pitches into this inning.
Yeah. Lola Ronayne, not a bad year last year. Hit .507, 36 hits, 17 home runs, tied for the state lead, set a program record, 6 doubles and a triples, 51 RBIs and 88 plate appearances, only struck out 7 times. Looks at ball 1.
Yeah, Lola, no strikeouts on the year. And how worried was Taunton facing Lola in the last game? They hit her twice.
Wow.
Trying to pitch around, trying not to give her anything good. So Lola have to be patient, wait for her pitch.
High and outside, 2-0. Our home plate umpire today is Greg Komar. If we have any listeners from the West Midland, Pennsylvania area, that's where he played his high school sports.
And we should. We're big in that area.
Oh, yeah. Just missing low and outside. 3-0 to Lola Ronayne. Callahan at first base. 1 out, no score, bottom of the first.
On deck, Avery Graziosi, as Ronayne and Graziosi went back-to-back with home runs against Canton in our first game this year with them.
Center fielder and right fielder both shielding their eyes. Called strike. Callahan stealing, stolen base. And the count is now 3-1 on the batter.
Yeah, Ronayne taking all the way there, and I don't know if the catcher didn't realize that she was stealing. So a good jump by Callahan. The throw down was good, but Callahan beat it. 3-1, good hitters count here for Ronayne. She looks to put the ball in play.
Lauren Williams, the righty, fires. Swing and a miss, and a pitch looked to be a little outside. Full count.
Little out, yeah. You're 3-0, 3-1. You want it to be your pitch. You know, we used to say your pitch, not her pitch.
Yep.
3-2. Now you have to protect.
Ronayne in the middle of the box wearing number 10. Ooh. Called strike.
Looked
3.
a little low and in as we whisper because we know the umpire can hear everything. little low and in, but but what that does is it sets it up for the rest of the team. Learn from that and know that that's a strike.
Avery Graziosi, the sophomore third baseman, swinging a miss at a nice breaking ball low in the zone from Williams, 0-1.
Yeah, tremendous off speed. Everybody's looking for the first pitch fastball. She started with an off speed on pitch number 1. Avery way out in front of that pitch.
There's a heater up in the zone, swinging a miss, strike 2.
Followed by the high heat, which nobody can lay off. Avery with 1 home run and RBI, 2 runs scored on the year.
Ryan Mackey calling pitches, signaling the pitch call to the catchers. It's swinging a miss and a curveball outside. So after the leadoff bunt and stolen base from Callahan, 3 consecutive outs, 2 of them strikeouts by Williams. And after after 1 inning, the Bombardiers, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We'll be back with the top of the second right after this on AACS 96 Sports and 1320 WARA Radio.
Thank you to Butler Tire Sales for sponsoring programming on WARA. Butler Tire Sales on Route 1 in North Attleboro is a full-service tire seller and auto repair shop. They're a 60-year, third-generation business founded by Austin Butler in 1965. They have a selection of new tires to choose from. Butler Tire Sales open weekdays from 8 to 4. You can contact them at 508-695-0681 or visit them at 404 East Washington Street in North Attleboro.
Shoot.
Welcome back to AACS Sports. If you're watching on the AACS YouTube channel, hello Milford fans, feel free to hit the like button. You can leave a comment and subscribe to keep up with all the Blue Bombardier spring sports.
Positive comments, as always, accepted on an ongoing basis. Negative comments, please wait 24 hours. Give us some thought.
Yes, Caitlin Kiernan, the cleanup hitter. Runner was thrown out stealing when she was up, so she's up again here to start off the top of the second. And I have my head down, Kevin.
She showed bunt, but the ball was, she pulled the bat back on a fastball down and away. So she saw 2 pitches in the last at bat.
Yep.
And then now we got ball 1. And Jenna's giving her earrings to the
Milford coach.
Milford coach.
Brian Mackey.
Maybe she found it on the ground. It was probably the shortstop's
okay.
earrings from the last inning. I can't imagine another reason why Jenna would be giving earrings to the coach. I think that was a ball low as well, 2-0.
Again, Caitlin Kiernan heading to Providence College for a nursing major. Ground ball back to Ronayne, the pitcher. Picks it up, fires to Jackie Fasante at first. 1-3 if you're scoring at home.
And why wouldn't you be?
1 up, 1 down.
Do you know what Lola leads the league in last year? And I defy you to go prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Comebackers to the mound as a pitcher. She pitched 35 innings last year, and she had 74 comebackers.
74?
Well, that might be exaggerated. But
and there's a shot towards third base, playing way in was Graziosi. Wow, across the diamond in time. And that was Brooke Stokes, the sophomore left fielder, was up. Was she a lefty batter?
Yeah, she's a lefty batter, and it sounded harder off the bat than it was, but Graziosi was in, expecting the bunt from her as well from the lefty, and makes a strong throw to knock out Stokes.
This brings up Angela Bonina, another left-handed batter, senior first baseman. She's heading to the home of the Greyhounds, Assumption College, next fall.
To play or just to go?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
And as that ball is fouled off, what was the first pitch?
It was a ball.
So it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
And Angelina, she only hits doubles. She has 2 hits on the year, 2 doubles. 4-run score, 667 on base percentage. Again, this Milford team can hit. They put up 12 against Sharon and 7 against Stoughton.
2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes Lola Ronayne, the righty pitching to the lefty. Ground ball to Callahan at short. Fields it across the diamond in time. How many pitches that inning, Kevin?
Not many, Paul. 8. For a 2-inning total of 23.
Wow. All right.
I was blocked by the catcher, the runner, and then I looked left, and there was Mr.
The
Pole.
Yes.
Kevin on the pole.
We'll be back with the bottom of the second inning after this. No score here in Attleboro on a sunny, brisk day with a wind chill factor of approximately minus 142 degrees.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back as we get ready for the bottom of the second inning here. No score. The Milford Scarlet Hawks. This game scheduled to start at 3:45, started at 4:19. I blame the 4:95-95 interchange.
Me too. Has Milford ever been on time for any sporting event?
Since they joined the Hockomock League?
Since they joined the Hawk, yeah.
Called strike. Beautiful pitch to Savannah Bodeker on the outside edge. 0-1 to Savannah, junior right fielder.
286 on the young season when a run scored.
Williams fires for Milford. Popped up into the middle infield. The shortstop, Driscoll, calls for it. Yeah, the wind took that late, but she makes the catch. That was one of those routine infield pop-ups that was not routine.
And one of the reasons why you get the sun, you get the wind, the ball also drifted to the second base side of the bag, and the shortstop stayed with it, and you wonder if the second baseman was possibly going to get crossed up.
I think they found the second earring.
More earrings on the ground?
As Coach Mackey comes over.
By the 7th inning, we should have them all picked up.
Yes. Attleboro, the left-handed batting freshman Abby Freeze as a designated player today. Baseball fans might know that as DH. Looks at a pitch, breaking ball, low and away, ball 1.
400 for Abby, 571 on base, 4 RBIs, 2 walks.
Up in the zone, no flinch.
Very good, no flinch.
Fouled into the screen, 1-1.
Did you have any in the first game?
Pardon me? No, I didn't have any. Kevin and I keep track of who flinches the most, and in all the years we've been working together, only once have you flinched more than I have. And it's not that I'm getting braver. I think my reflexes are getting slower. Low, ball 2, 2-1 to the freshman Freeze. And Coach Drew Fernberg, one of the assistants, we were walking to the field together. And and I mentioned how strong the freshman catcher looks, Bennett. And he said, don't forget Abby Freeze. She's going to have a great year.
Excellent.
Inside pitch, fouled off to the right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Boy, she was all over that.
Yeah, just turned on it just a hair too early, and she straightened that out a bit. That was going to go down the line for a possible double.
Again, the center fielder and right fielder shading their eyes from the sun. Fastball on the outside edge. That's fouled off to the left. Count remains 2-2. Williams is pitching. Lacerbo is the catcher. Ciccarelli at third. Driscoll at short. Maloney at second. Bonina at first. The outfield left to right. Stokes, Baglioni, and Kiernan. And Baglioni, if there's a better center fielder in the Hockomock League, I'd like to see it. Called strike 3 on the outside edge.
Similar pitch that Ronan got called out on, low, and in this case away from Freeze, the lefty. It was low and in to Ronan, the righty.
That's the third strikeout for Williams. 2 outs here, bottom of the second. Ryan Bennett Araujo is the catcher, freshman catcher, swing and miss. What?
Reyna,
sorry. What did I say?
Ryan.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there's the A at the end of it. Yep.
429 on base percentage, 3 runs scored, been hit by a pitch this year. Also threw a runner out back in the first inning.
Breaking ball stays outside, 1-1 from Lauren Williams, the sophomore hurler for Milford. Well, I feel much more secure, Kevin. The track team's javelin practice has stopped behind us. Low, 2 balls, 1 strike. It's tough to get comfortable when they're practicing the javelin behind you.
And when you see how good the Attleboro track team is, you got to figure that they're good in javelin, too.
Yeah. 2 balls, 1 strike to the freshman catcher. Fouled off over our heads. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That'll get Mark LaFontaine, Mr. Blue Pride, busy chasing that.
I like what Bagliano's doing out in center field. She's got her hand in the sun right away. She's ready to make the move towards the ball and not lose it.
Misses on the inside, 3-2.
That long pause was Paul and I wondering where did that one miss based on the other strikeouts to Freeze and Ronan.
As the catcher Lacerbo gets the sign from the coach, relays it to the pitcher Williams. Ground ball to the shortstop Driscoll.
I was blocked. I think it was an error. It looked like it was hit right at her.
It was a hard 2 hopper right at her.
So an E6.
So Milford's first error of the game. Attleboro has also committed an error.
Bringing up Sophie Borges now for Attleboro.
Senior left fielder.
Sophie hit 333 with a 429 on base, scored a couple runs, and has 3 stolen bases as well.
I was going to say, and she can pick him up and put him down.
Yeah.
I think that was ball 1, a breaking ball outside, 1-0.
Yeah, it looked like it drifted away at the last seconds for a ball. Nina Sullivan on deck.
Swing and a miss. That pitch had some movement on it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, it looked like Sophie just swung right through that ball, right on the outside corner. Good pitch, good cut, just missed it.
Oh, it's 0-2.
Oh, interesting.
Runner is going on a steal. Sullivan, face first slide is in there in time. And again on an 0-2 count. Good time to try to steal a base. If you're thrown out, the batter gets to reset next inning.
Exactly.
Great slide by Bennett.
Yep. And I believe for Bennett, that might be her first stolen base of the year. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the senior Sophie. Now you base hit, you're looking to score a run here.
Ball missing inside. 1. What is the count? 2-2?
2-2.
Thank you. 2-2. Attleboro in their all-white uniforms. Attleboro on block printing across the front. 1 number on the lower left of the jersey. No stripes, high blue socks. Fouled off to the right. A pitch on the outer edge of the plate. Count remains 2-2. And Bennett, whole front of her uniform covered in dirt now.
I like how Borges took that pitch the other way. It did go foul, but the ball was breaking away from her with 2 strikes. She protected and put a good swing on the ball.
And we need a ball, which...
Sometimes a foul ball can give you confidence in a game. You're like, okay, I'm making contact. It's right there. And hopefully for her.
Foul ball to stay alive. Count remains 2-2.
The 7th pitch of the attack.
I got a story about that.
I like stories.
No, it doesn't have to do with being clipped by Howie Long in the fall of 75. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch was high. Full count. Brian Mackey heard the story before the game.
Everybody's heard the story before every game.
Against Milford. In any sport. Ground ball to the first baseman. A tough spinner, but Bonina fields it. Steps on first base herself. So the Bombardiers, no runs, no hits, but a second runner left on base. 1 Milford error. And after 2 full, we are tied. No score on AACS Sports and 1320 WAR.
Hey.
Nailed the dramatic pause.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan. You talk about gaining confidence from a foul ball.
Yes.
Senior Babe Ruth baseball. We're playing over at Dean Park in Shrewsbury. I played for Westboro. And I was on one of my very, very, very rare hot hitting streaks where I was hitting third in the lineup.
2-game hitting streak?
Might have been 3. Only time in my baseball career, past Little League, that I hit third in the lineup. And the farthest I ever hit a ball into my life, deep into the woods in left field, foul. And I'm unbelievably confident, more confident than I've ever been in the batter's box my whole life. The next pitch is kind of low and outside. I figure I'll just foul this off and wait for the next pitch. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Lola Ronayne, as Kevin called it. Liana Ciccarelli, the freshman third baseman, grounds out 1-3.
Paul, on that one, no, that was not an easy play by Ronayne.
No.
That one thing was shot, and it looked like it was going to go 5-hole, if we can use some of our hockey terms.
Yeah.
And Lola got her glove down right just in the nick of time, because there's no way Callahan Magnan are going to get to that ball up the middle. So great play by Ronayne to get her second assist of the game on the comebacker.
Brings up Avery Mackey, the sophomore designated player. Hits up the middle. That's into center field for Milford's first hit of the game.
And it shows you just how important that last play was by Ronayne, as that was dead up the middle. That was just a little bit to the right of second base. Magnan could not get over there in time, not from a lack of effort. It's just hit hard enough. So a one-out single, bringing up the number 9 hitter, Leah Driscoll.
The junior shortstop, Ronayne, fires. Called strike. Lower part of the zone. So to finish the story, I figure I'll just foul this pitch off. Squares to bunt. I'm not sure if she offered. Ball got away. Now runner moves down.
We haven't heard from the umpire. I thought she offered. I'm going to call it a wild pitch. But I thought she offered on that, Paul. She did not pull the bat back. What's the count, Blue?
1-1.
Ooh, I disagree.
I don't know. I didn't. Swing and a miss as Ronayne throws a breaking ball. It's now 1-2. So my attempt to foul the ball off went directly to the first baseman in fair territory. My hot streak was over and never resumed. Breaking ball. Good job by by Driscoll to foul that off and stay alive. Count remains 1-2. Mackey's at second base in a scoreless game in the top of the third. 1 out for Milford. Just a bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ball gets away.
That's
That'll
a
be
pass ball.
Yep. I remember having that inflated sense of ego, too, thinking I could just follow off the next pitch whenever I wanted to. Yeah, it didn't end well.
It did. Man's got to know his limitations.
Exactly. Corners in and ball full.
Ball 3. 3 ball, 2 strikes. Mackey wearing number 5.
Driscoll wearing number 5.
Driscoll, excuse me. Yes, Mackey's on third base wearing number 8.
Fasante back to the bag. Graziosi, the only infielder in.
Swing and a miss. Big pitch from Ronayne for the strikeout. Second out of the inning, and that's just Lola's second strikeout of the game.
Huge strikeout, though. They get the second out. Graziosi could probably take a step back as Maloney
quickly in the box. There's a blast to right field. Bodecker can't make the catch on the run against a tough Sun. Milford has a 1-0 lead. Heading to third base will be Amelia Maloney with a triple. And that's a triple and an RBI.
Triple and RBI, first run in.
To right field, very, very difficult play, especially into that Sun for Bodecker.
Yeah, Bodecker, she got a good jump on it. She did get the bat on the ball. The coach is arguing with the umpire right now. He is actually looking for interference on Jackie Fasante as she came around first base on the triple. I believe it's the umpire's discretion whether or not to give her the next base or say she would not have got home based on that. He did not have his arm out to call interference, and I don't think you can enact the interference call now anyway.
This brings up the outstanding Ava Baglioni, 3-sport star. First pitch swinging, fouled off to the right. It's 0-1 to Ava.
For Maloney, that was her second RBI of the season and fourth hit of the season as well.
1-0 Milford here in the top of the third.
Foul ball just outside the first base bag.
And Milford with 2 hits now this inning. Count is 0-2 to Ava, who was not intimidated by an 0-2 count. Wears number 15 and just looks like a confident ball player in whatever sport she's on the field.
Yeah, very confident. Still looking for her first hit of the year, but I think she hasn't struck out this year either, so she's making contact.
And that's swing and a miss in the dirt.
Oh, okay.
Throw to first in time. So that's a strikeout, third of the game for Ronayne, and a 2-3 in the scorebook for the third out. But the RBI triple to right by Amelia Maloney, the leadoff hitter, giving the Scarlet Hawks a 1-0 lead. Attleboro coming up in the bottom of the third.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
Welcome back, bottom of the third. Kevin and I were having a disagreement about how much the sun is affecting the outfielders. I told Kevin, turn around and look at that sun.
And I said, no, it'll hurt my eyes.
It's very rare that I win an argument with Kevin, folks. So Attleboro trailing 1-0 to the Scarlet Hawks. Nina Sullivan, the number 9 batter, really technically a second leadoff hitter.
Yeah, it's going to say, I know she hasn't batted yet, but this is, Attleboro's, in essence, second time through the lineup. We'll see what kind of adjustments they'll make. They only have the one hit, and that was a bunt single, so time to put some, if you're Attleboro, time to put some good at-bats on the ball. Yep. If you're Milford pitcher Williams, keep moving, keep changing speeds, keep moving locations.
Nina, left-handed batter in the center of the box, speedy center fielder. Tell you what, she had an interesting pregame ritual today, fouls that one back. It is 0-1. She was peeling off her long pink false fingernails this morning that she wore for the prom over the weekend.
It was a balmy 42 in prom picture time.
Ball high, 1-1. You were showing me some of the pictures of Nina and Jenna, your daughter Jenna, at the prom, and there are the ladies in their lovely spring evening gowns, and all the adults bundled up in winter coats.
Just because they're cold doesn't mean we have to be.
Yes. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Nina fouls that off to the left.
Nina hit 286 on the young season. She had one of the 3 hits that Attleboro got against Taunton.
Mm-hmm. And she might be the Miss Personality of the Attleboro Blue Bombardier squad.
Spitfire, a real good captain, controlling the outfield. That's going to be a
Loop
tough
to
one.
left field. That's going to go foul. Count remains 1-2 to Nina.
33 pitches for Williams coming into this inning. 11 in the first inning and 22 in the second.
Left-handed batter Nina Sullivan in the box. Sophomore Williams winds. Just misses outside. 2-2.
Nina has not worked a walk yet this season. Again, only game 3. Last year, her on-base percentage was hovering at about 500.
Wow.
To go along with an average slightly above 3.
High inside pitch, fouled off to first base, and that's Nina protecting the strike zone. Count remains 2-2.
Yeah, again, a ball that rode up and in. Nina got the bat going early, kind of pulled it foul, but again, protected with 2 strikes there, Paul.
2-2 to Nina, who wears number 1. Low.
And that's ball
Nina, Nina, come back. That's 3-2. So, Nina, is she heading to Bryant? Is that what she's heading?
I don't know. Not after that last play.
Yeah, I was going to say, obviously not a math major.
She might be having another year at Attleboro High School.
Ground ball towards the second baseman, Maloney. Fields fires to first in time. 1 up, 1 down.
It happens in the Red Sox game where everybody lost the track of the count. It does happen. As she rolled over, got a ground out to second base there for the first out.
Jenna Callahan is up, had a bunt single in the top of the first. Attleboro's only hit, stole second base and was stranded there. Ball 1 from the righty Williams. Jenna, left-handed batter, 4-year varsity player. Overcame the coaching of her own father in youth softball.
And the parenting.
Yes. Ball 2, pitches low and away from the righty Lauren Williams. 2-0 to Jenna.
Again, you get these counts 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Now you start to look for, your pitch. Where do you want it? If you don't have to go at it if you don't like it.
Coach Mark Homer, third baseman, threw a slew of signals. Ball 3, fastball high and in. 3-0 to Jenna.
They must have meant take the high and in pitch for ball 3. 3-0. And Attleboro looking for base runners here. I do not think she would have the green light, but I'm 0 for 1 on this call today.
Yep. Lauren Williams, the righty, called strike as Callahan turned to bunt and then pulled the bat back. 3 balls, 1 strike with her pink batting gloves that matched Nina Sullivan's pink nails, which she peeled off before the game.
3-1, good hitters count again.
Ball 4 high.
The home plate umpire just jumped out of the box.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what he was doing. Have you seen an umpire do that before? He wasn't angry.
No. He was lining himself up with the first baseline. I'm not sure what the point of that was. So
Right.
1 out, 1 on. Kaylee Magnan is up. The sophomore second baseman flew out to the center fielder Baglioni. Curveball way outside. 1-0.
It's good that the wind picked up.
Yeah, you can hear it in the microphone. I want to say hello to Coach Mark Homer's children, the lovely, talented, sweet, wonderful Brianna, the apple of his eye, and of course his son, Jess Gregg, fouled back over our heads, didn't flinch.
Man.
Count us 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, Kevin,
I'm going to have to watch, yeah. When the catcher throws back to the pitcher to pick up the ball, then I got to look over to see if you flinch, because your reflex.
No, I'll be honest with you. Exactly. I think my reflexes have slowed. I don't think I'm any braver. Squares to bunt. That's a called strike. Thought so on the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Greg Homer of A Resilient Contracting out in Arizona, if you're out there. Former wild firefighter in the forest fire. Firefighter count is high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So if you're in the Arizona area and you need a contractor, look up Greg Homer, A Resilient Contractor. Sure, he was a terrible disappointment as a son, but he's one heck of a good contractor.
He is a good contractor.
Yes. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball. Okay, I guess I had the count wrong again. That's ball 4. No, again, that's ball 3. Yeah, that's, once again, Attleboro batters.
It's 3-2 now.
And finally, Ms. Magnan.
Jenna should stay at second base, though. Didn't she take it on her own accord? When you think about
That's true. Why does she have to go back to second?
It was not a dead ball. In theory, Jenna should be on second base with a stolen base, and Milford could have got her out. If they had known the count and tagged her out, it would have been an out stealing.
Why does she have to go back to first?
She should not have to.
Check swing, and now Callahan stealing, and in there. Not Jenna's greatest jump, but a nice stolen base. She's got 2 stolen bases today.
But going back, safe at second on the steal. They called her swinging, out swinging. But Jenna should have been on second base before that. And they could have tagged her out going back to first.
Yep, and it would have been an out.
And would have been an out.
So the pitch is out. Ball 4. That's the first walk for Williams against 3 strikes.
Gosh, I'm sorry. I rung her up.
And then Lola Ronayne, the junior pitcher, is up. Struck out looking. Fouls this one off to the right on a tough pitch in the first inning, her first strikeout of the season.
So no stolen base for Callahan because it was ball 4.
Oh, that's right.
I rung her up on strike 3. Okay. Okay. We all thought we saw a hand signal. And
there's a blast to right field.
Jenna tagging
Kernan is over there in foul territory, makes the catch, and the runners advance. Fence is 200 feet away. That ball was hit about 195. Callahan scores from second. Is that an RBI?
It is a sacrifice fly because she scored.
Yes.
I think she gets the RBI. For those of you that know I score this on Game Changer, I don't think they allow a sac fly from second base to count, but it is, I count it as that. I'll try to make some sort of an adjustment later. So I call it a sacrifice fly. Jenna scored from second. Kaylee Magnan went tagged up from first to second. They were all tagging on that play smartly. And a nice catch by the right fielder, Kiernan.
Yeah.
In foul territory.
And then threw into the middle infield, and Callahan, with Coach Homer coaching third, just kept going from second.
Ball did.
Great breaking ball, swing and a miss by Graziosi, and I'm completely lost in the count.
It's 1-1. The ball did get past the second baseman, but Coach Homer, as soon as he saw that the ball was going into second, he wasn't stopping her.
Right. And there's that breaking ball again, swing and a miss. Way ahead of that was Avery, the sophomore third baseman, struck out swinging her first time.
So Avery hit over 400 last year, so a steady diet of fastballs. And in the Canton game that we did,
without benefit of a hit.
correct.
Yeah, 2 walks and the deep fly ball to right field where Jenna Callahan tagged and scored from second base to tie this game at 1 after 3 innings. We'll be back on AACS 96 Sports, the AACS YouTube channel, 1320 WARA Radio and WARAradio.com.
Thank you to D&M Pizza for sponsoring programming on WARA. 3 generations of the Stathakis family has been proudly serving the Attleboro community. Pizza, subs, and traditional pasta dishes using fresh ingredients since 1985. Whether you need a single meal or catering for your event, D&M has options for you. They are open Monday through Friday from 11 to 9 p.m.
Welcome back as we get ready for the top of the third inning, tied at 1 in a competitive Hockomock League game. The Attleboro Blue Bombardiers against the Milford Scarlet Hawks, leading off the number 3 batter catcher, Isabella Lacerbo, who went 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and 6 RBIs in the loss to Stoughton. I believe looks at ball 1 low. She lined out to the right fielder, Bodeker, in the first inning.
Yeah, there's, this year, I think the Hockomock as a whole has improved themselves from last year. Taunton and KP are still the elite of, but they're not as strong as, say, other years. They're very strong. Do not get me wrong. But I think teams like Milford, Stoughton, Mansfield, Franklin are all going to be very strong this year and pose a challenge. And I think Attleboro has a little mark on their back, being the number 4 team in the state last year and preseason number 4.
Right. 3-0 is the count to Lacerbo, the number 3 batting catcher, heading to Clark University. Called strike 1, taking on that pitch.
Lacerbo comes into the game 5 for 6 at 833 and 9 RBIs. Lines out, as you mentioned, to right field. Nice pitch.
Breaking ball low in the zone. 3-2 to Lacerbo.
Ronay comes into this inning with 36 pitches. This will be the 6th pitch of this at bat.
Ground ball towards Magnan at second. Fields it. Fires to first. For Jackie Fasante in time. 4-3 if you're scoring at home. 1 up, 1 down.
Good footwork by Magnan, sliding to her right, fronting the ball. A lot of people are taught, especially in baseball, to play everything on the backhand. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Call me old. I like fronting it. If you bobble it, you still got a chance to throw out at first. She did not bobble it. Played it clean. Nice play.
Caitlin Kiernan, who made that outstanding catch in right field, squares to bunt, looks at ball 1 low. She ground back to pitcher Lola Ronane in the second inning, one of Ronane's 2 assists in this game.
Kiernan went at a .571 on base percentage coming into the game.
Ball high, 2-0. I was talking to one of the assistant coaches for Milford before the game. By the way, the lead assistant is Kim Danish for Coach Brian Mackey. I'm not sure if it was a manager or one of the assistants, but hold on. Ground ball back to Ronane. Bobbles it, though. And that's going to be an E1.
Yeah.
And at first base is Kiernan.
Something rare on Ronan on the comebackers. Maybe a little too nonchalant on that play.
A lot of spin, too.
And a lot of spin on it. Yep, absolutely. And just got away from her. So now you have the number 4 hitter on base with 1 out.
Brooks Stokes, who ground out to Graziosi at third base, who again is way in, called strike on the outside edge 0-1. But I asked where Kiernan was going to school. He said Providence for nursing. I said, tell her to avoid Pembroke Street. My son lived on Pembroke Street for years. 1-1 is the count to Brooks Stokes as she looked at a pitch outside. Stokes, excuse me. Swing and a miss and a heater from Ronan. It's 1-2.
Looking at Stokes' swing, I think I would shift the outfield a little bit more to the left. Get Boddicker more towards right center.
Ground ball to Graziosi at third. Cross the diamond in time. Back to second base. Throws a little bit behind Magnan. And now heading to third. So we're going to call advancing to third on a throwing error, right?
Yeah, so 5-3. They had a chance to backpick her. Fasante threw it away. I don't know if she threw it to Magnan and got off. Go error on the throw?
Yeah.
Okay, so E3 brought her into third base.
Attleboro's third error. So now Attleboro they were tied 1-1 here, top of the fourth. Milford has the lead run 90 feet away with 2 outs. And Assumption College bound Angelina Bonina, the senior first baseman. Slow ground ball to Magnan at second. In time to make the play. Nice play by Magnan.
Put a nice hustle on it and flipped it to first. She had to put a hard charge on it, Paul, and got her.
And that's for the third out. So Milford, no runs, no hits, but 1 runner left on base. Their second runner left on base in the game.
Yes.
And after 3.5 innings, we are tied at 1. Attleboro coming up with their 5, 6, and 7 batters.
Thank you to Barrows Insurance for sponsoring programming on WARA 1320 AM. Barrows Insurance, a third-generation agency, has been proudly serving southeastern Massachusetts since 1977. They pride themselves on their relationship with clients, helping them find coverage to fit their needs. Barrows has access to insurance carriers across New England and the U.S. They'll get you coverage on everything from cars and homes to businesses. You can contact Barrows Insurance at 508-339-7260 or visit them online at barrowsins.com.
Welcome back. We get ready for the bottom of the fourth inning. Savannah Boddicker is up. Junior right fielder. Popped out to shortstop her first time up. Called strike on the outside edge to Savannah, who'll be, I think, in July, heading.
Oh, she's a junior.
Yeah, she'll be heading west for her big sister Lily's wedding. There's a deep fly ball to left, but well played by Stokes in left field to make the catch. And again, with this wind, there are no easy routine fly balls today. 1 up, 1 down.
No, and in slightly warmer weather, a different wind, I think that ball carries a little bit further, too, possibly to the fence.
Yep.
But the left fielder positioned perfectly for the first out of the inning.
Wind is blowing out to right. Abby Freeze is up, the freshman designated player. Looks at ball 1 low from the sophomore pitcher, Lauren Williams, who has 4 strikeouts and a walk today. Abby struck out looking in the bottom of the second. 1-1, bottom of the fourth. Inside corner, foul ball, well hit down the first base line, 1-1.
I figure out Abby's swing reminds me of is like a Japanese baseball player.
Oh,
that lefty, Ichiro type swing. All the Japanese players, they got the same style of swinging the bat. It's funny and effective.
1-1 to the freshman Freeze. Was that a call strike or swinging strike?
That was a swinging strike.
1-2. And I lost a glove. Oh, here it is.
You didn't lose an earring.
No. Ball misses low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Paul, did you say 2 walks? Yep, 2 walks. I ask and answer my own questions.
Yes. So 4 strikeouts and 2 walks for Williams. Low.
3-2. Working the count. Williams came in with 50 pitches this inning. This will be the 9th pitch of this inning for a total of 59.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1-1, bottom of the 4th. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball into left center field.
Dropping.
And the center fielder,
nice place.
Baglioni, is there. Boy, she covers ground well. Makes the catch.
Yeah, she covered a lot of ground there, going to her right and just took charge like a center fielder should.
Yes.
And that calling off the shortstop and the left fielder. Nice play by Baglione.
And again, she just moves like such a confident athlete.
Yes.
Rena Bennett. Araujo is up. The freshman catcher looks at ball 1 low. She reached on an E6 in the first inning, stole second base. In the second inning, stole second base and was stranded there.
Williams giving up just the 1 hit so far through 3 2/3 innings.
That was the bunt single to lead off the game. And then again, a well-hit ball to center field, but Baglioni is there. That's her 3rd putout of the game. So 1, 2, 3 for the Bombardiers, who have 1 run on 1 hit, 1 Milford error, and Attleboro has left 3 runners on base. And Milford with 1 run on 2 hits. 3 Attleboro errors, and Milford's left 2 runners on base. We'll be back with the 5th inning after this.
Thank you to Butler Tire Sales for sponsoring programming on WARA. Butler Tire Sales on Route 1 in North Attleboro is a full-service tire seller and auto repair shop. They're a 60-year, 3rd-generation business founded by Austin Butler in 1965. They have a selection of new tires to choose from. Butler Tire Sales open weekdays from 8 to
Tim's
4.
Game,
You can
the
contact
starting
them
pitcher
at
is now DH. It's the new,
508-0681
they are
or visit
invoking
them at
the
404
Shohei
East
rule
Washington Street in North Attleboro.
in college baseball. I don't know if you knew that. Do you know what the Shohei rule is?
I do know I forgot to mute the microphones. Sorry to Butler Tire for talking over your commercial.
I'm glad we had the conversation that we had.
Yes. Yes. We are heading to the top of the 5th inning of a 1-1 ball game. This would be a huge win for Milford. According to HockomockSports.com, Taunton at 3-0 with their 58-game winning streak is the best team in the league. King Philip at 3-0 is number 2 in the league. Called strike to Milford's Liara Ciccarelli, the freshman 3rd baseman who ground back to the pitcher on a well-hit ball in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, went right back up the middle. Ronay made a nice play on her up the middle.
Pitch is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. HockomockSports.com has Attleboro at 1-1, ranked 3rd in the league. Milford at 1-1, ranked 4th. And defending Davenport Division champion Stoughton at 3-0, ranked 5th. A little bit high, 2 balls and 1 strike. I think Stoughton's going to move up in the rankings.
Yes.
After their 19-7 victory over Milford on April 4th. Fouled back, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Liara Ciccarelli.
Lola has 50 pitches through 4 innings. 4 on this at bat for 4+ inning total of 54.
Ground ball fouled on the 3rd baseline. Count remains 2-2.
That would have been a tough play for Graziosi had it stayed fair. It was spinning away from her, and she was cruising down the line with Ciccarelli. That would have been tough.
Yeah. 1-1, top of the 5th. Ronane fires. I meant the score is 1-1.
Yes.
3 balls, 2 strikes is now the count.
I was about to correct you on the
Yes.
count, but I let you finish your sentence before I did.
Your wife Christine would like that privilege, wouldn't she?
Yes, that's what you want.
Again, foul ball in the box. Count remains 3-2. Good at bat for Ciccarelli against Lola Ronane.
Yes, this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. No outs, top of the 5th.
High, ball 4. I should probably wait until the umpire calls it, huh? That's the
First walk.
first walk for Lola Ronane against 3 strikeouts.
And if you're playing percentages, and now you got the 8-9 hitters coming up, though she did have a single in her first time up on Maki, I'm looking bunt here.
Maki base hit to center field. She scored Milford's run, and Graziosi was way in at 3rd base, and there's a base hit down the 3rd base line as that was on top of her so quickly. So Avery Maki has looked at 2 pitches this afternoon, this cold, windy afternoon, and has 2 base hits. One to center field, that one to left.
Just under the glove of Graziosi. Now Leah Driscoll struck out in the first inning. I am now calling for a bunt.
Yeah, Driscoll, the junior shortstop. Looks a called strike 1.
Attleboro cycle has Jackie Fasante holding first. Ronay will be responsible for the right field side. Graziosi chasing, Callahan covering third.
Fouls it back. Is that 0-2?
0-2. Always an interesting call now. Do you leave the bunt on? Yes, you risk the foul ball, which it would result in a strikeout, but always an interesting call here.
You can hear that wind blowing out in our speaker just a bit outside, and the ball gets away from the catcher, so the runners will move up on a pass ball. So that puts Ciccarelli at third and Maki at first.
Driscoll 333 on the year with an RBI.
1-2, fouls that back. Count remains 1-2.
Ronay will be looking for a strikeout. I think she went for it there on a little high heater there, or one of her famous comebackers to hold the runner at third.
2 runners in scoring position, nobody out, top of the 5th. Ground ball to Graziosi at first, third, throws to first in time, runners hold. Nice play, 5-3 for scoring at home.
Yeah.
1 out, but 2 runners in scoring position in the top of the order coming up for Milford.
Really nice play by Graziosi, and Ciccarelli could not go because she would have been running with Graziosi. Graziosi would have just tagged her as she ran with her. Could not go on the throw to first either.
Nice stop by the catcher Bennett on a low and inside pitch. Ball 1 to Amelia Maloney, who struck out swinging in the first and had a triple to right field for the lone Milford RBI. Called strike, 1-1.
And again, now third time through the lineup, you start seeing different adjustments made, and you could argue that Maloney already made the adjustment in her second time through with that triple.
Ground ball to Callahan, playing shortstop, throw home in time as she was playing infield in. Runner, and the runner's going to second base. Yep.
Sorry, that's me yelling. I should not be coaching. I am not a fan. I am a broadcaster. My apologies, Milford.
6-2 on the play for the out at home. Nice play by Callahan. I should have mentioned the infield was in, but heads up running by Maloney.
And that should be an error. That's why she went to second. I don't know who you give the error to. I don't know if it's on the second base, on the catcher, number 2, or, I'm going to have to go with 2. Because you just don't give
fielder's choice. Okay, so E2.
She got the first on the fielder's choice. Keep it fair.
Ground ball to first base. Fasante fields it. That was Ava Baglioni who was up. Baglioni reached on an error in the first inning and was caught stealing. Struck out swinging in the third, and their first pitch swinging. First baseman unassisted for the out. So that's the third out, and clutch defense by Attleboro to keep this a tie game after 5 Milford at-bats.
Second and third, nobody out. Nice play by Graziosi to keep the runner at third. Nice play by Callahan to throw the runner out at the plate with the infield, and a good throw and a nice tag by Bennett. But that's the thing, that's a young catcher, Bennett, a young field. You got to stay cognizant. Just because you got the second out, great heads-up base running by Maloney to take second base on that.
Yeah. Milford left 2 runners on, so they now have 1 run on 3 hits, 4 Attleboro errors, 4 runs left on base. 4 runners left on base for Milford. We'll be right back.
Are we off?
No, we're not off yet because I don't have the commercial. There we go.
W.H. Riley is here when it comes to heating your home or business this winter. W.H. Riley & Son always welcomes new customers. They're a family-run business serving the Attleboro area since 1873. They offer heating oil and propane with 24-hour emergency service. For more information, you can contact them at 508-699-4651 or their website, whriley.com. W.H. Riley & Son, 35 Chestnut Street, North Attleboro, a company Greater Attleboro residents have called on since 1873.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 5th inning. We're tied at 1. Attleboro will send up the 8-9 and leadoff batters. Here's Sophie Borges, senior left fielder, ground out to the first baseman unassisted. Outside from the sophomore pitcher, Laura Williams. 1-0. What were we chuckling at?
I do have to apologize again.
Yes.
That is unprofessional on my part. I did get a text. Do you need to use your inside voice? That's why I started laughing. Very funny, but that you get involved with these teams, and then when you have one of your own kids play.
Yeah. Outside 2-0.
And you see something unfolding right in front of you. You want so bad as a former coach and just to jump in. And my apologies, especially to the Milford fans. They don't want to hear that.
Fouled off to the right by Sophie Borges, 2-1. Continue your apology, please.
No, the Attleboro fans don't want to hear it either. But they'll accept it because they're used to me. I usually stand 300 feet away so nobody can hear me. So 2-1 to Borges, who grounded out to first base the first time up.
Fouls that off the fence and right, and it hits on the back. It hits Nina Sullivan on the back of the left shoulder. Good thing it didn't hit her head. Could have warped the ball. No, sorry. 2-2 is the count.
Lola Ronayne did hit her in the head with a line drive as she took a secondary lead off of second base in a scrimmage.
Oof. With the helmet on, though.
Yeah, with the helmet on.
There's a blast towards right center field. Baglioni is on a horse. It's going to reach the wall, and it's going to be a double for Sophie Borges. Just the Bombardier's second hit of the game.
And for Borges, her third hit of the season, coming in with a 333 average and 429 on base. She was one of the ones that really took off at the end of the year last year.
Yes.
And really helped propel this Attleboro team into the playoffs and into their final 8 playoff run.
Nina Sullivan is up, ground out to second base on a full counter first time up. Squares to bunt, and it goes foul on the third base side. 0-1 is the count to Nina, and look how quickly she got down that line.
Yeah, not only does she bunt for a sacrifice, but it's a bunt for a hit. And it just spun foul at the last second. That would have easily been a hit. Borges with her secondary lead would have gotten the third easily as well. 0-1 to Sullivan, who grounded out to second base her first time up.
Bunts it in front, fielded by Williams, going to first, just in time. Runner advances to third, so that's a sacrifice for Nina Sullivan. Nice fielding play by the pitcher, Lauren Williams.
Yeah, very nice. And on that bunt, it almost looked like Nina really did an extra concentration to make sure that bunt got down. The first one just went foul. She's like, I'm going to make sure this goes down. Got it down. Great play defensively. Sullivan out by a step, but runner on third with 1 out.
And Jenna Callahan is up, had a bunt single and stole a base in the first, walked and scored. Attleboro's only run in the third. 1 out, runner at third. And there's a blast to center field. The catch is made by Baglioni, tagging and scoring. RBI sacrifice fly for Jenna Callahan. And Attleboro leads 2-1. That was a line shot to deep center.
It was a good hit by Callahan. And you may have heard me yell, tag up.
Yeah.
I've done all practices with boys and girls where I spent an hour of when the ball is in the air with less than 2 outs, get back on the base. You can then watch the whole thing unfold.
Squaring to bunt, and the ball just goes foul. Was Kaylee Magnan, who's flown out to center and walked him and stranded at second in this game. The count's now 0-1. Attleboro leads 2-1 as Borges scores on the sacrifice, not a sacrifice fly, sacrifice line drive by Callahan.
Second RBI of the season for Callahan, and for Borges, her third run scored.
Good eye as that breaking ball goes outside to Magnan. What do we got for a count?
1-1.
Thank you. Magnan, the sophomore second baseman, really fielded the position well. Pitches inside from Lauren Williams. 2-1, the tall sophomore.
The text came from Dave Welsh, who's on Riley Camacho's stepfather. And Westfield State, where Riley's playing, 18-0.
Wow.
And she's hitting close to 500.
Breaking ball just misses low. 3-1 to the sophomore, Kaylee Magnan.
Always great to see the Attleboro alum doing well at the next level.
And she was a great catcher and center fielder.
So, yeah.
Called strike.
And I still say
3
an
balls,
underrated
2 strikes.
basketball player.
Yeah.
She was always that player that was in the right position all the time.
Glue player.
Yep. So full count to Magnan with 2 outs.
Ball 4 low. That's the third walk against 4 strikeouts issued by Lauren Williams. So Attleboro has a runner on with 2 outs and a 2-1 lead in the 5th.
Sacrifice fly by Ronayne, her first time. I'm going to have a little coaches conference here at the mound.
Brian Mackey comes out again. Lola Ronayne last year hit .507, some think even higher. 36 hits, 17 home runs to set a program record and tie for the state lead. A young lady in Georgetown, Mass, also had 17. 6 doubles, a triple, 51 RBIs against only 7 strikeouts and just 88 plate appearances.
Yeah.
51 RBIs and 88 plate appearances is illegal in 17 states.
And you're like, oh, that sounds impressive. In 23 games.
Yeah.
That would be the equivalent of 320 RBIs in a Major League Baseball season. Okay, just, let's stop putting things in perspective. More than that, probably closer to 380.
She's already committed to UMass Amherst.
Her and Anaya Bailey from Taunton.
Oh.
Another junior.
Breaking ball is outside, ball 1.
They're going to pitch her very carefully. I think it was at that mound conference about on deck. Avery Graziosi, also a home run threat, 400 hitter, but it's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Wind is blowing out. Oh, there's a
What do I
blast
know?
to right field.
Deep.
Back is Kearney. Gone! A 2-run home run. Lola Ronayne. And suddenly the Bombardiers lead 4-1. Wow.
And I thought maybe they pitch her just a little bit more carefully. Ronayne going the opposite way for her second home run of the year. And for Lola, RBIs number 4, 5, and 6 on the day. She has 3 RBIs today on the sac fly and now the 2-run home run.
So 4 home runs as a sophomore, 7 as a freshman, 17 home runs as a sophomore, 2 more as a junior. So that's 23 career home runs now?
Yes.
And this brings up Avery Graziosi, and there's a fly ball to left field. Oh, excuse me, center field. I lost it. Tough wind, but Baglioni is an outstanding center fielder, and she handles it. The Bombardiers with 3 runs on 3 hits, and they now lead 4-1. 4 runs on 4 hits, just 1 Milford error, and 3 runners left on base for Attleboro. We'll be back with the top of the 6th, and suddenly the Bombardiers lead 4-1.
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto and truck repair business. Over the years, John Claudino and his team of mechanics have worked to build a long-lasting rapport with their customers, from oil changes to diagnostics, transmissions, and routine maintenance on foreign and domestic cars and trucks. Claudino's will keep your vehicle running. Claudino's Auto Repair, 508-226-8545, or at claudinosautorepair.com.
I go nuts on those.
Welcome back. Paul Healy along with Kevin Callahan as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Bombardiers suddenly lead 4-1 on a 2-run home run by Lola Ronayne. The wind is blowing out to right field, but Kevin, that was a no-doubter. She got all of that.
No, as soon as she hit it, a nice job taking the pitch the opposite way. And like I said, I thought they were going to pitch her just a little bit more carefully, especially based on the first pitch.
Yep.
And the coaches meeting, and maybe they were.
I think they were, yeah.
and she just missed her spot. Williams, who's been pitching a heck of a game. Only 4 hits she's given up, and one of them was a bunt single.
Yeah.
So it's she's pitched a whale of a game so far.
So Ronayne with 3 of Attleboro's 4 RBIs. For Milford, Isabella Lucero is up. And if you don't like watching Isabel play softball, give up. You don't like the sport. She's heading to Clark University to continue her career. Outstanding catcher. She's lined out to right field and ground out to second. Shot to Callahan at shortstop.
Nice catch.
That is twice that Lacerbo has crushed the ball for an out, once in the first inning and here in the 6th. And that was a nice catch by Jenna.
That had a hook to it.
Yeah.
Jenna was going to her left, quickly adjusted, went back to her right.
And a little poppage of that ball in the glove.
Yeah.
So Lacerbo, again, has, 8 RBIs on the season? Yes. And now was up Caitlin Kiernan. The right fielder's grounded back to the pitcher, reached on an error and was stranded at third. Looks at a called strike. I missed the first pitch, Kevin. 1-1?
I'm sorry, it's 1-1.
Yep.
I called the strike.
Lola Ronayne pitches low. 2 balls, 1 strike. When Ronayne's not pitching, she plays shortstop. When Callahan's not playing shortstop, she pitches.
And watch and keep an eye on Magnan.
And who might appear today.
She might appear today, and she will get a start.
Ooh, fastball fouled off to the right. Count as 2-2 as Attleboro has 4 games this week.
Yeah, and she'll get more than one start. She is a quality pitcher, and when she's pitching, Callahan will play second, and Ronan will stay at short.
Based on how strong Lily's arm is. Oh, a nice breaking ball. That might have been Lily's best pitch of the day against a top hitter like Kiernan. That's her 4th strikeout.
I thought it was Lola's best pitch of the day. I don't know.
What did I say?
I don't know who Lily is.
That was Lola's best pitch of the day. That's Lola Ronayne. Lily is a distant cousin who's, well, not speaking to the family anymore. But 2 outs now as Brooke Stokes is up, the sophomore left fielder who is grounded to third twice with Graziosi, the Attleboro third baseman, playing in, and it's 0-1.
I would slide Bodecker over again.
Ground ball right through Ronayne's legs. 5-hole base hit. And that is Milford's 4th hit of the game.
Hit very hard. Ronayne could not get down, but again, another comeback for Ronayne. Hard hit single. 2-out single for Angelina Bonina. 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out to short and a ground out to second. Aggressive swing for strike one on a kind of like a riser there. Lola throwing as hard now as she did when she started the game.
Yep. Angelina Bonina heading to Assumption, left-handed batter.
Good adjustment there by Bonina. She swung at that first pitch, and the second pitch was in the exact same spot. She took it for ball 1.
Yep, 1-1. Ronayne, the righty, against the left-handed batter. A little late in the swing, but fouls it off. Count as 1-2. And
I just realized why I wasn't getting updates on my son's game from my wife. She's here.
Lola Ronayne with a far more serious look on her face here in the top of the 6th. Attleboro leading 4-1. That pitch was low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bonina.
Stokes on first. 2 outs.
Missing outside, ball 3.
Important now for Attleboro defensively to hold their spots 3-2.
Yeah.
Stokes will be running. It's not a steal situation. Convey that to the younger players on the field.
Graziosi way in at third base. Fasante in at first. Ball 4 high. Ball gets away from Bennett, the catcher. Base runner wasn't looking, though.
I don't think she would have made it.
No, that's right.
I mean, she was running on the pitch. Ball 4. She let up when she heard ball 4.
Yep. So that's the second walk Lola has allowed. She's allowed 4 base hits now. She's got 4 strikeouts. And that's 2 walks or 3?
I got 3, I believe. Or is it 2? No, that's 2.
That's 2.
Sorry.
Yep. I already marked it in my book. Liara Ciccarelli, the freshman third baseman, is up, who was ground back to the pitcher and walked. Fouls that pitch off to the right. It is 0-1. It is 4-1 Attleboro, top of the 6th. Milford has 2 runners on, 2 outs. And there's a shot into left field for a base hit. Stokes will come around and score. The left fielder Borges throws the ball in. They hold the ball and 2-run score. Mental error by the Bombardiers as 2-run score coming around all the way from first base was Angelina Bonina, and it's now a 1-run game, 4-3.
If Asante was in position, got the cut from left field, but spun the wrong way.
Delaying.
You want to keep the ball, your throwing hand towards the outfield, angle yourself, and come up throwing. She spun the wrong way and held and then threw it. I don't know if they would have got her, but did not have a chance.
Ground ball to Magnan, a lot of spin on it at second base. She makes the play, so Mackey is out. Mackey had a base hit to center field and a base hit to left field, scored Milford's first run, but it was Liara Ciccarelli with a 2 RBI blast to left center field. That was for a double, right?
Yes. Yeah, that was a double.
And scoring from second was Stokes, and coming around all the way from first base was Bonina. Caught the Attleboro defense sleeping a little bit there to add that 3rd run. We head to the bottom of the 6th, Attleboro 4, Milford 3.
Thank you to D&M Pizza for sponsoring programming on WARA. 3 generations of the Stathakis family has been proudly serving the Attleboro community. Pizza, subs, and traditional pasta dishes using fresh ingredients since 1985. Whether you need a single meal or catering for your event, D&M has options for you. They are open Monday through Friday from 11 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays, noon to 9 p.m. Located at 290 County Street, you can contact them at 508-226-2355.
Welcome back. After 6 at-bats, Milford has 3 runs on 5 hits, 5 left on base, 4 Attleboro errors, and 1 mental error that's not in the book. Attleboro comes up in the bottom of the 6th. They lead 4-3 into what's been a really exciting Hockomock League softball game on a brutally cold, windy day. Ball 1, breaking ball outside to Savannah Bodeker, who's popped out to shortstop and left field. So she's been able to get around on this right-handed pitcher, sophomore Lauren Williams.
Yep, pulling the ball twice, see what kind of adjustments she makes the 3rd time through.
Called strike, nice pitch by Williams. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bodeker, last year's catcher, this year's right fielder.
Yep.
Replacing basically Lily McGilvery, who played the position last year.
Whose brother is on the volleyball team this year as a freshman.
Just saw that.
2-1 to Bodeker.
The junior.
Hello to a grandmother, Laurie. Oh, there's a blast to center field. It gets down for a base hit, takes a tough hop, but of course, Baglioni fields it perfectly because that's how she rolls. Base hit for Bodeker.
Not only did she play it perfectly off the grass, which you can jump anywhere.
Yeah.
She was smart. Some center fielders, maybe less experienced center fielders, might have put a dive on it.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, Bodeker's coming around and scoring.
Right.
Smart, held up for a single, and now Attleboro, instead of being 90 feet away or scoring, it's 270 feet away.
Abby Freeze, the freshman, is struck out looking and flown out to Baglione in center. Looks at ball 1 low. Freshman designated player, left-handed batter. Williams, the righty, fires. Oh, a shot.
That's
and
her
again,
best hit of the day.
That's
foul.
poor coaching, Kevin. She hit the ball too darn hard.
Too hard and pulled it.
Foul.
Too foul.
1 ball and 1 strike. I blame Coach Mark Homer. He had his player just hitting the ball too darn hard in that situation.
That would have been a key hit with someone of Bodeker speed. She may have come around.
Stays with that breaking ball, bobbled by the first baseman who makes the play at first.
She should stay on first. She's safe. She's safe. She
Yes.
has to get back on the base. And I'll tell you why she's safe. That's an error on the 3rd baseman.
First baseman.
First baseman, E3.
Yep.
She's safe because she tagged the outside bag. The orange bag, that is for the runner.
Right.
The inside bag, the white bag, the traditional bag is for the runner. For the fielder.
Right.
After she made the error, she stood up and stepped on the orange bag.
Yes, that's what I saw.
And the base umpire immediately called her safe. Abby thought she was out because she saw her foot on the base. Went back to the base. Coach Lynch put her back on the base.
And Coach Mackey wants the umpires to talk, and the base umpire, Steve Mergadishian. From Cranston West.
They got it wrong. They just called her out.
So I guess the home plate umpire, Greg Komar, is overruling and saying the first baseman did touch the white base, and that's just wrong. That's flat wrong.
Yeah,
she was nowhere near the white first base.
Yeah, she picked
nowhere
up the
near
ball.
it.
She stepped on the orange base. That is a bad call against Attleboro. It does advance the runner, Bodeker, to second base.
Wow.
And this is not blue goggles talking. We would be saying the same thing if this happened the other way. That orange safety base is for the runner. The white traditional base is for the fielder. She bobbled it into foul territory, picked up the ball, and stepped on the orange base. That makes Freeze safe. The base umpire, who was right there, called her safe immediately. Had the best angle on it. The home plate umpire completely missed that one. And we do have
now
a new
Mackey
pitcher.
talking to the home plate umpire, and this is a lefty pitcher coming in, number 1. So Brooke Stokes, the sophomore, moves from left field to pitcher, and we're going to try to see who's in left field.
Maybe the umpire will tell us. Yep. Sometimes they do.
Yep, here we go.
Yep. These are all defensive changes.
Yep.
Pitcher's now on first.
Okay.
Left fielder is now
Pitching. Yeah. And who's in left field?
first baseman which is number
to left field, Bonina. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so Stokes comes from left field. She will take the pitcher's mound. Bonina moves from first base out to left field, and the pitcher Williams moves from the mound to first base. It is 4-3 Attleboro, bottom of the 6th. A runner on second, 1 out.
5 2/3 innings pitched for Williams. Did a real nice job. And the lefty Stokes, ball 1 to Bennett, the catcher. 0 for 2, reached on an error, and stole second and lined out to center. A little more pop maybe on this fastball, some movement from the lefty. That was a wicked curve.
Wow.
I don't know if that was wind-induced or if that's just her motion or both.
Ball strike. What do you got? 1-1?
Yeah, 1-1. Stokes pitched a complete game shutout against Sharon.
In a 12-0 5-inning win. Nice play by Coach Brian Mackey, who played college baseball at BC, graduating in 2002. 1-2 is the count to Raina Bennett Araujo.
For Stokes, 4 strikeouts, no walks. And one other interesting stat coming up.
A swinging bunt, fielded by Stokes, not in time. Ball gets away from Williams at first base. Scoring from second is Bodeker, and Attleboro leads 5-3.
I'm going to go with my favorite play. Infield. Single and an error on the first baseman allowed her to second base.
Yep, so an infield hit, and the error allowed the player to get to second.
Right, and the error allowed the player to score as she went to
that's
third.
right.
Yeah,
That's
she
right.
went to third, so no RBI, run scores. And now batting is Sophie Borges.
And who we giving the error to?
I'll go first baseman.
Yeah, I
it
thought
was
that
in her
should have been
glove,
caught.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who is now Williams.
Yep, so that's 2 errors this inning, 3 in the game for Milford. It is 5-3 Attleboro. What's the count to Sophie?
0-1, I believe. Yes,
1-1.
1-1, sorry.
1-1. Sophie has a ground to the first baseman, had a double to right center,
Foul ball.
and scored on the Callahan sacrifice fly. 1 ball and 2 strikes is now the count to Sophie. Speedy left fielder.
Laura Williams went from pitcher to first. We may have lost the DP.
Ground ball foul. Nice diving
Yeah.
stop by Ciccarelli, the freshman at first base. Third base.
So, okay, no, I don't think anything changes. So Lauren Williams just goes from pitcher to third.
Right.
Avery Mackey just
No.
stays as a designated player. Pitcher to first, sorry.
Right.
Pitcher to first.
Lefty fires. Good job by Stokes to stay alive, fouling that pitch low in the zone away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 6th, 5-3 Attleboro.
Interesting stat about Stokes in the game against Sharon. Faced just 1 over the minimum. Faced 16 batters in
Wow.
a 5-inning win.
Fouled and almost
Going
takes
after
out.
Sullivan again.
Boy, Nina Sullivan she's been taking
she's
a
a
beating in
magnet.
the on-deck circle this year.
She went straight into the dugout.
Yes.
She's done. She's out. Now she's hiding.
Ooh, just missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Borges, who had that great double to right center after grounding to the first baseman in her first at bat.
Ground ball to second base, fielded by Maloney. Nice play going to her right. Trying to score. Out at home.
She did not have control of the ball at the plate, and she got under the tag.
So out at first base was Borges, 4-3. And then Williams makes the throw home in time to erase Bennett at the plate on a really close call. So that was the second out.
A huge insurance run for Attleboro, and now Kaylee Magnan will be in the pitch for Attleboro in a save situation.
So Attleboro with 1 run for 5 on 2 more hits. They now have a total of 6 hits. 2 Milford errors for a total of 3 in the game. Attleboro, no runners left on that base, just 3 left on base in the game. We head to the top of the 7th. The Bombardiers 5, the Scarlet Hawks 3 on AACS 96 Sports, the AACS YouTube channel, WARA, and WARAradio.com.
Falls AC, 8 Stack Road in North Attleboro, supports high school sports in our community at every level. Opened in the early 80s, owner Angelo Cavallari is proud of their 40 years of service to the Attleboros. Falls AC is open 7 days a week from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. They have lunch and dinner daily, banquet rooms for your meetings or get-togethers, and dart leagues. The entire staff at Falls AC wishes the high school athletes the best of luck in every game. Falls AC, 8 Stack Road, North Attleboro, 508-695-2688.
Welcome back. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Coming into pitch is the second baseman, Magnan. Moving to shortstop is Ronayne. And the shortstop, Callahan, moves from shortstop to second base.
And Magnan will face the 9-1-2.
Swing and a miss by, this is number 14, a pinch hitter for Milford, Talia Lucchini.
In the Canton game, Magnan's only outing 1 inning, 6 pitches, all strikes. 1 strikeout, a ground out, and a fly out. That was a ball high. 1-1 to Driscoll.
So, no, this is Talia Lucchini, pinch hitter.
Thank you. I don't have any stats on her.
And that's fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Talia
that was a ball high.
Thank you. Talia is a sophomore. Went off the glove. I was looking at my roster here. Thought I heard a foul ball, but no, it was off the glove. 2-1 now to the right-handed batting.
Listed as a catcher, first base, outfielder. Does it all.
Inside, 3-1 from Magnan. 5-3 Attleboro, top of the 7th.
Magnan just a sophomore.
Righty winds. Swing and a miss. Little something on that pitch. Full count.
She's got some good pop and good movement on her ball. Not sure exactly what pitches she throws, but there is movement on it.
Swing and a miss as she comes back from a 3-1 count to strike out the pinch hitter, Talia Lucchini. Now we go to the top of the order, and look out. Amelia Maloney, who struck out swinging in the first, had an RBI triple to right field in the third, reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. Junior second baseman, called strike. Outside edge, nice pitch.
Magnan working ahead on both of her batters with the first pitch strike. Graziosi way in at third.
Yep. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Might have been a little out of the zone, but wow.
Like to see Graziosi back up a little bit, get more even with the bag.
Brave girl.
How's that for a changeup?
Really? Slow changeup outside, 1-2.
That was a Bugs Bunny type
yes.
changeup. Strike 1,
Strike 2, strike 3.
1-2.
Inside pitch, fouled back.
Ooh, Bennett may have had a chance, but I think she lost it in the sun.
Yeah, lost it in the sun. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And I think Bennett a bit frustrated. She just fired a bullet back to Magnan, the pitcher.
You don't get too many pop-ups in the course of a game. Shorter backstop than in baseball.
Yeah, 1-2. Slow curveball. Oh, changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Didn't quite reach the plate.
43 feet from the mound. That one about 42.
Popped into right field. Fair ball. Oh, no, foul ball. Boy. And that's, foul ball, so the count remains.
No, they're keeping her at first?
Yeah, see, I thought that was
That's foul ball, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Steve Megardisian makes the call. Pardon me?
Is that the 5th pitch of the at-bat?
Yes.
Okay.
Greg Komar is a home plate umpire, pride of West Midland, Pennsylvania. I guess ball 3.
Up and in possibly. We don't have the great angle on the plate. 3-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Magnan.
And a call, strike 3 for Magnan in her first varsity save situation.
And her second strikeout.
Bringing it up, Eva Baglione. and who's played just an absolute whale of a game in center field.
Yes.
Two-hitter, senior, 0 for 3, but has reached on an error.
Setting up outside.
Yes, a bit
outside. Nice job by Bennett to make that grab. Ava Baglioni, 3-sport star. Second on the team in hitting last year at 351, 458 with runners in scoring position last year. Fouls that off to the right. It's 1-1.
Good comeback pitch by the sophomore. Doesn't get the whole middle of the plate, just enough outside to force Baglione to follow it off.
Ava heading to UMass. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball up in the zone. Took a little something off that as Magnan changing speeds well. It's 1-2. 5-3 Attleboro, top of the 7th.
Milford down to that last strike with 2 outs. Magnan looking for a first varsity save.
And don't mention the 86 Red Sox.
Oh, stop it.
Swing and a miss.
Struck out the side.
Magnan comes in to strike out the side in the top of the 7th inning, and Attleboro holds on for a 5-3 win. So Milford, 3 runs on 5 hits with 5 runners left on base. Milford committed 3 errors in the game. Attleboro scores 5 runs on 6 hits, 3 left on base, and Attleboro had 4 errors in this game. Cold, windy, exciting game. Kevin?
But over.
Yes.
At 5:46, no one happier than one Jim Jones.
Who's got a school committee meeting he's got to get to tonight because the entire staff called out today.
And you know all those buttons that he told me to press right
Yeah.
after? I wasn't really listening anyway.
So Attleboro holds on to win. Lily Ronayne, Lola Ronayne, the 23rd home run of her high school career. A 2-run shot. Wow, to right field. She had 3 of Attleboro's 5 runs knocked in. Wow.
Heck of a game, Ronayne. Some good defensive plays. A sacrifice fly by Callahan, taking advantage of an error by Milford to score the 5th run, a 5-3. A very good Hockomock win. Attleboro hasn't played in a week. It's the first of 4
This
they
week.
Get of this week. Tomorrow off. Hopefully the weather holds up where they can actually get a practice in.
Yeah.
And then they got back 3 in a row. Oliver Ames on Wednesday. Another Hockomock team that can score and score runs in bunches.
All right, so I'm Paul Healy. He's Kevin Callahan. Jim Jones, our engineer in charge, pinch hitting on graphics. Attleboro wins 5-3. Thank you so much for joining us on AACS 96 Sports. And thank you for joining us on 1320 WARA and WARAradio.com. And
Claudino's Auto Repair, located at 310 South Main Street in Attleboro, is celebrating 30 years in the auto